back with another one. We're going to keep this nice and simple, as relevant to the title. Unfortunately, the haircut has not gone as planned, so ignore the hair for now, but hopefully gain some insight into this topic and maybe you can implement this into your life as well. So today's topic is all about keeping it simple. It's the simple things, the simple wins in life that really allow us to enjoy life to the fullest. When we overcomplicate things, we tend to overanalyze, overthink. These are two of the main attributes, I'd say, into overcomplicating something. Say, I'm guilty of it myself. Maybe you are watching it, overthinking certain situations, overanalyzing certain situations, both pretty much are the same thing, hand in hand. We ask ourselves, why do we overthink? Why is that something that's programmed into our brain? Sometimes the situation or the outcome is so simple and we're used to so much complexity that we're overanalyzing this and overthinking it, thinking it can't be this easy, it can't be this straightforward. And when we get into this rigorous mindset of, oh, it has to be more, it can't be this simple, it can't be this easy, we tend to go down the rabbit hole of, like I said, overthinking, and this leads to you have less energy. You're wasting so much thought on overthinking this certain situation, person, object, whatever you're thinking about, or overanalyzing this particular situation. You're using all your energy into that situation, and therefore you're going to feel more tired, you're going to feel less happy, you're not going to get the full fulfillment from life because you're too distracted on thinking on this situation that may even happen in the past. You're overthinking it, you're overanalyzing it. Whereas a lot of things in life are very, very simple. We have just grown up and adapted to overthinking. Great, so we've established, overthinking and why we do it. Well, Spencer, how do we overcome this? Excellent question. The best way to overcome overthinking is keeping it simple. Keeping things simple and simple wins in life are really what get the momentum going, get the realization that nothing really is as complicated as it seems. Yes, you can nitpick that sentence and you can delve into some crazy topics. The classic cliche example is obviously, oh, it's not like rocket science. But for day-to-day life, the simplicity of life is what really makes it more fulfilling, right? Let's say you're in a social environment, you're out and about with some friends, and someone drops a comment that, as a bit of banter, a bit of joke, and it's directed towards you. You don't just laugh off. You grab that situation, those words that they've said, and you start overanalyzing it. Have they said this for this X reason? Have they said this for Y reason? And you go down the rabbit hole of overanalyzing and overthinking. This is obviously clearly unhealthy, and it happens, I'd say, a lot more than you think. It's invisible, right? You don't know if someone's overthinking. You can kind of tell sometimes with certain people through to facial expressions, body expressions, but you never really know if someone is or what they are thinking because it's invisible. It's inside them in their brain. You can't see that, right? So why is it important to keep it simple? Because you avoid these situations. That's just a social dilemma or social situation that I've given. Just let it go. Most of the time, it's just passing comments. There's too little time in the world to worry about a comment here and there. Obviously, like I said, I'll try and keep this video simple. You can nitpick every single situation and maybe even overanalyze that itself. But the whole point of this is that simplicity is the blissfulness of life, and that's what creates this fulfillment in life. If you go around overanalyzing every situation and everything you're involved in, you go down the rabbit hole, like I keep saying, and then this is not healthy for anyone, especially you, the one that's overthinking it. If you're dumping all this time into keeping things simple, it opens up avenues to allow you to think about these new topics that you wouldn't have had time for before because you were overanalyzing and overthinking the same situations that you were in before. So think about the amount of knowledge or even just experience you can gain just from keeping things simple. Instead of being stuck on one situation for so long, like I said, you kept it blissful and you push through, and look at this, you're trying or experiencing something new over here or reading about this over there. You're always able to absorb more information that way. And I think it's important to keep it simple. A lot of times we overthink situations that have our emotions highly involved. If we talk about relationships, friendships, family, usually connections with other people are what we tend to overthink, because when your emotions are involved, your mind and body are fully involved rather than just your mind, for example, your body. And when these two intertwine, it becomes too much, and hence why you lose so much energy when you pour all your focus into delving into the situation. Don't get me wrong, there's some situations out there, like I said, don't want to nitpick, where it's probably healthy to, overthink, and or not even overthink, but it's healthy to lay out all the options in your head. And I think that's something that's the difference between overthinking and exploring all the options, right? If you overthink, you're overthinking the same, or overanalyzing the same situation and playing it over and over in your head. That you're getting nowhere from that, right? You're just going around in a circle. Whereas if you lay all the options out, A to Z, and see, oh, I could have done this or this or this or this, that's much better than just saying, I could have done this. Oh, I should have done this. I should have done this. I should have done this. And you're just repeating the same one over and over again in your head. And it's almost eating you up alive. And this is the invisible negative of life that we can't see, or even, and unfortunately, we can't help people if we can't see it and if they don't tell us, right? Whenever you see a situation that you're in your own head that you're starting to complicate for no reason, try and stop yourself. Just be like, ask yourself, why am I complicating this? Keep it simple. Remember, simple life equals blissfulness, right? You only get this one life, you only get this one time frame that you live in. Keep it simple, keep it more meaningful, keep it happy. There's too little time to worry about all the little things here and there. I want to leave a quote by Leonardo Da Vinci. Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication.